Good morning, everyone. This week we begin the fifth book of the Torah. This week's Torah portion and the entire fifth book of Deuteronomy is called Divarim, words. And it begins with the verse that says, Eila Dvarim. These are the words that Moses spoke to the entire Jewish nation. And it's fascinating to note that Moses now begins a speech that will last the last 36 days of his life. An entire book of Divarim, of words. This is the same leader, the same man who 40 years earlier when God came to him at the burning bush and said, I want you to take the Jewish people out of Egypt, he said to God, Lo ish Divarim anochi, I am not a man of words. I'm not a speaker. How can I be the leader of the nation? Find someone else. And God says to Moses, who is the one who gave man a mouth to speak? Is it not I, God? I chose you. You are going to be the speaker for all generations for the Jewish people. And here the same Moses begins the most eloquent speech of Eila Hadvarim, which lasts for 36 days until his passing at the age of 120. And the question is, how did Moses overcome his speech impediment? He was a stutterer. And the answer is through hard work, through determination. With God's help, he succeeded. And the lesson for all of us is that we all have challenges in our life. But like Moses, we have to know that if God tells us we could achieve it, we could achieve it. And with God's help, we will succeed and we will be successful. Rashi on the very first verse of this week's Torah portion, and today is the yahrzeit of Rashi, the 29th day of Tammuz, the great biblical and Talmudic commentary. Rashi says that Moses speaks words of improvement to the Jewish people. And he references different places where they made mistakes to learn from their past. But he does it lovingly, sensitively, kindly. He speaks words of love and kindness to the Jewish people, rebuking them in a subtle manner, not to embarrass them, not to take away their dignity and their honor. And here Rashi is teaching us that Moses' final legacy to the Jewish people is, yes, I'm your leader, I'm here to teach you, I'm here to guide you, but only with love, with kindness, with sensitivity, with compassion. And indeed, Moses' love for the Jewish people carries on till the end of his life. Here he has 36 days left to live. He may have said, well, it's time to take some time for myself to prepare for my own demise. But he says, no, let me devote these last 36 days to teach, to guide, to love the Jewish nation. Because my greatest accomplishment and the greatest achievement of Moses is his humility and his love and his dedication to the Jewish people. On Friday, a young Israeli woman won a silver medal in Paris. Her name is Inbar Linar. And she won it in judo. And Israel celebrated and they played the national anthem and she wore a yellow ribbon to honor the hostages. But after the announcement was made and Israel celebrated with her, a woman in Israel sent out a post that went viral. And she said, let me tell you who this Inbar is. She says, my husband was called up on October 7th. I have 5 children. And my husband was called up to go serve in the army, to fight. And I got a message from a young girl. She said, I'm a neighbor of yours. I know you have 5 children. I know your husband was called up as a reservist. I would love to help you with the children. I said, sure, I could use all the help I can get. And so every day since October 7th, this young girl would come over. Her name is Imbar. And she would come over to help me cook and clean the house and go shopping for me and play with the kids and babysit for me when I needed to run an errand. And we didn't even know her last name. We just called her Imbar. And then on Friday, we saw this young woman stand in front of the world stage in Paris and win a silver medal in judo. And we realized this is Inbar Linar. This is our babysitter, our helper. This young woman was taking off every day hours from her training for the Olympics to help a family, a neighbor in need. Yes, she may have won a silver medal in judo, but the biggest medal she won was the gold medal for her big, beautiful heart. That is the legacy of Moses and the Jewish people, the love, the care, the sensitivity, the compassion, the kindness that we show to one another. Have a wonderful day.